Hello guys, welcome again. So let's talk about the Bitcoin. As you can see here, Bitcoin, we saw this bounce here from the MA55, something actually I was expecting. And as you can see here, now we have the buy signal, right? But this move is actually Bitcoin is moving without volume, right? Here. There is no volume here, so this move here is a bull trap. There is a very high chance to see actually I'm pretty sure this is a bull trap. So what I'm doing right now in the short term, right? In the short term, actually, I open a long position here around $101,500, and I close my position around $109,000 around there. Because I was trading for our chart. As you can see here, the buy signal was here around $101,500. And from here, I just close my position around here, this area. Yep. And this is the area actually I was looking for some resistance. Actually, the first resistance level was this one, but honestly, I was looking for the second one, this one. Why? Because, well, when the chart actually, I was expecting a buy signal in one day chart. So that's why I decided to just wait a little bit more. But this move is actually very weak, very, very weak. I was expecting a new ATA, honestly. I was looking for something like this, but looks like that is not going to happen. So, but now what I'm expecting right now, maybe next week, I think, because now here is Thursday. So maybe you will see Bitcoin in sideways here for a while, maybe a dropping here, but the thing here is we will see very soon here a sell signal maybe by Monday. So what I'm looking for right now is actually a drop all the way to the first level $106,000, and the second level as another test to $101,000. That is the level actually I'm looking for, and this move is gonna be actually the move I'm expecting this move is gonna be the trigger for the weekly sell signal actually here in. Yep. So now let's talk about the weekly signal. As you can see here, Bitcoin officially we have a better variance in progress. So from this high and this high, and also we have also in volume the same thing, right? So it's just about time. It's not. I mean, I am not expecting people on X, right? Crypto influencers, whatever, they are looking for new all-time high, right? Bitcoin will hit 1 million, blah, 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 right? Because, I talked a lot before about this topic, right? So the thing here is Bitcoin is doing, well, actually is copying actually exactly the same thing we saw in 2021, right? In 2021. So there is a very high probability we will see Bitcoin crashing in the Q3 and Q4 of this year. So I am getting ready for that. If you want to see my positions, well, you can join to my Patreon actually, and it depends, right, of your goals, right? I have two tiers. One is for investing, another is for trading. So it depends what you want to see. I am sharing articles and also my positions, not just only about Bitcoin, also about the stock market as well. So, but as you can see here in one day chart, I am looking for something like this, right? A sell signal here, looking for a major drop in the midterm, $101,000. Potentially, I will keep my position here in short. I am in short actually right now. I opened a short position here, $109,600 around here. I opened my short position. I am still in profit right now here, but in the short term, looking for actually $107,000. Potential bounce there, yeah, but I don't think so because now the volume is very weak in one day chart. So let's see. Now let's talk about the USD dominance. Let me show you here. As expected, remember what I said? Like I'm looking for a potential pullback here. But actually, USD dominance is holding this area. Honestly, I was expecting another leg down to 3.80, 87, 80, 88. But actually, USD dominance is holding here. Is doing very well. Is doing very well. So that's why actually, look at this. The volume is looking actually good. It's looking good. So I'm gonna remove this arrow and let's wait for maybe Monday because it will see potential buy signal here as long as it's below, it's around here, sideways here. potentially we could see a breakout to the upside. Now let me show you here weekly chart. Weekly chart is about to cross the center line here. So officially here, Bitcoin UC dominance is in consolidation, at least in my personal opinion. So looking for maybe more sideways here, sideways in this area, but overall, I'm looking for another leg up, looking for maybe 6% and potentially maybe finally the break of this range. Like the top is this area and the bottom is this area. So as you can see here, if USD dominance breaks 6%, you will see new lows for Bitcoin. So, I mean, below maybe 75K, something like that. But step by step, right? Step by step. Now let's talk about Ethereum. Now I know people are so bullish right now. Again, Ethereum, oh my God, is pumping. No, it's not. I mean, in weekly chart, no, it's just is testing the MA55 here. I'm still looking for the weekly chart for this actually rejection. Let me show you here one day chart. And one day chart we have officially a better divergence right now in progress. Let me show you here. We have the volume here. The volume, the price is making a new high, and here we have a lower high here in the volume, and also one day chart is showing me a clear better divergence, right? So this is like this, right? This is like this. This is a bull trap. Now let's continue with Solana. Solana is bad actually. It's not. We saw a bounce here. It's very weak, but looking for maybe 175 maximum. But honestly, I don't think so, because let me show you here weekly chart. Weekly chart. The time is over. The time is over for Solana. So we will see a sell signal very soon, maybe by the end of the month or maybe July. So get ready, because I think the market, as I said before, is gonna keep dropping and even harder after this month. So now let's continue with Bitcoin dominance, because the alt season is here, right? The alt season. I'm getting tired of X. A lot of smart people there. So the thing here is like, as you can see here, the volume is extremely high here. It's very good. Actually, is the highest volume we got since, I mean, it's the first time. Usually is this area, the top, but now it's super high. I'm still looking for 70%. 70%, that is my area. And of course, I'm looking for sideways here. Sideways for maybe all the rest of the year. And yeah, eventually you will see a massive drop, something like this. And yes, we will see potentially next year, right? The alt season. But we need correction. Remember, Bitcoin is pumping since 2022. 2022. When what it was in December 2022. Since then, we are in the bull market. So if you are thinking, oh, where is the alt season? Actually, what you were doing is since 2022, because Bitcoin actually is pumping, is up from the lows of 2022, is around 500%. Yep. And also, for example, Solana since 2022, here we have here around 102,000%. So 1,200%. So if you are expecting an alt season, I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. Seriously. Especially all the people like in X, like seriously, like they are crazy. Many altcoins, they did, some of them very good, like Solana. Others, no, maybe Cardano, for example, in the last 2022 December. Cardano here, only 200%. The performance is not very good, but the point is, well, 200%, right? So, so as you can see here, Bitcoin right now in the short term. Let me show you the 4-hour chart. Of course, this is not financial advice, right? Here is the 4-hour chart sell signal here. That's why I decided to open a short position here around this area and looking for 107,000 from this area. Of course, maybe in the short term we could see a bounce here, but honestly, I am planning to just hold my position, looking for maybe $101,000 around there, and let's see if from there we see a bounce. But honestly, I don't think so. I think this is the move. Potentially this could be the move, like will trigger the sell signaling weekly chart. Now let's talk about XRP. Let me show you here one the chart. is doing nothing. The time is over also in when the chart, and also in weekly chart is not very good. I was looking for more action here, so it's gonna be in sideways. I think July is the month when we will see finally the move, and it's gonna be to the downside. Let's continue with more. I think that's all. So now let's continue with the stock market. I think we can continue with the stock market. Let me show you here the SP 500. As you can see here, weekly chart is still present here. Remember what I said before. Hey, we have a buy signal here. Don't short the market. Don't short the stock market. I mean, just wait for the pullback. That's the only thing we can do here. Shorting the stock market is not very smart. So as you can see here, yep. Now it's testing the previous high, still looking for new all-time high. Potentially, it's very hard. I think now the probabilities are very low because we have various divergence from this point and this point, and also this point and this point. So I think we will see a pullback, looking for maybe 5,800 potentially around there. Yep, yeah, around here, looking for something like this. So maybe next week. Now let's continue with the Nasdaq. Oh wow, very close to make. Okay, we have the same setup. Potentially next week we could see a pullback, and the next target should be around 500. And now let's continue with more. Let's talk about Netflix. Netflix is we have a personal variance here as well, but as I said before, this is actually in a clear uptrend. You see this pullback around the MA55, around 1,100. That is going to be a buy signal, at least an opportunity to enter, at least in my opinion, right? So now let's continue with more. Let's continue with Meta. Meta, we have, I think the market is getting ready for a pullback, at least next week. Yep, Meta is getting ready for a pullback, looking for 626, 630, around there. Apple, well, it's very bad. At least on the chart. Let me see. Yeah, looking for another leg down, maybe to 180 around there. Let's continue with Tesla. Tesla, as I said before, remember my target in weekly chart. Yeah, hit this area around 350, 360, and getting ready for the next sell signal here, maybe next month. When the chart is, well, we'll see you sideways here, but overall, as long as the signal is still present here, at least sideways above the MA55 around 300. But I think next month we will see a sell signal here in all the markets. So this is gonna just drop all the way down to 220, something like that. Let's talk about BABA. BABA is in sideways, looking for, well, just sideways here. As long as it's above the MA55, nothing bad with this thing. But my concern is not weekly chart for BABA, it's actually the monthly. The monthly here is actually screaming, like it's screaming, right? We will see soon, maybe next month, as a signal in the monthly. Now let's talk about NVIDIA. NVIDIA, as I said before, yep, NVIDIA is actually forming a better divergence right now here in one day chart. Looking for a pullback, yes, 130. Let me show you here the weekly chart. The weekly chart is actually getting ready for a sell. I think next month, if we don't see a new all-time high for NVIDIA, get ready for a major pullback, because I will start looking for maybe 100 if we don't see a new all-time high this month. Okay, now let's continue with more. Let's talk about gold. Let's talk about gold and silver. Okay, so gold, let me show you here. This thing is gonna keep pumping, my friend. Yeah, we will see maybe, I'm actually, call me crazy, but I'm looking for maybe 4,000 in the long term, of course, in the long term. Yep, one day chart, the trend is your friend. This is not broken, you see, beautiful. Of course, there is no entry right now. The entry was 1 month ago, I think. Yeah, around 2,200. But you see here, the monthly here is, this thing is pumping. This is bumping. Of course, maybe by the end of the year we will see a major pullback, but the volume is healthy. Last time when we got this level was in 2011. So of course, I think in some point next year we will see a major pullback for gold, but at least this year I am not expecting to see something like that. Yeah, volume is very good, and weekly chart is very good actually. So what I will I mean, if I had to trade this, I will just wait for the pullback every time when it's testing the MA55. Of course, not today, maybe next month. And after that, a continuation. Looking for maybe around 4,000. 4,000 could be the target maybe this year, potentially. Okay, now let's continue with silver. Silver, let me see. Okay, silver. In weekly chart, yeah, as expected. Remember what I said to you long time ago. This is for me it was for me actually consolidation here, looking for the breakout. As you can see now, it's happening here. If we see the historical data here, the next area to 43, 44, that is the area I will start looking for. Maybe the next area in the long term, of course, in the long term around here, 43, 44. Let me see the monthly here, because in the monthly week. I will be careful here. Around 40, 43, that is the area, but be careful here because the momentum is not the best in the monthly. So if we see this bounce here around 42, 43, potentially we could see a bull trap here. So that's why I will be careful here. And now in one day chart here, of course, it's too late. The entry was here. It was here in May, 1 month ago, almost 1 month ago. And as you can see here, is up from this signal is around 11%. So yeah, but I mean, weekly chart is looking like it's a breakout. Let's see, it's not a fake out. We want to see continuation next week, right? The next continuation is going. The continuation should be around 43, 42, and let's see actually if I am right. Let's continue. Okay, well, this one is my first time. Let's see. Let's continue with this one. Okay, so in weekly chart we have. Okay. I think now this area of resistance, as you can see here, this area is resistance around 250, around here. 250, that is the area actually we can expect a pullback here. Volume is very healthy here. Of course, there is no entry. The entry was here around 150, 140 in April. Let's talk about the monthly. Let's see the monthly, what we can see. Let me see here in the monthly. No, in the monthly, this is sideways, my friend. This is just sideways market in the monthly. Here is your target around 250, right? And the area to buy is around 140. And it's happening like every year, one opportunity every year. I think you buy here, you have to wait 1 year. So technically it's like that. Okay, so let me see. Oh wow, nice profit actually. If Boeing is doing this for every year, that means you can make 90-80% profits every year as long as it's in range, right? As you can see here, also the volume is actually in the same page. You see, it's doing the same thing. Also is in sideways here, and now you will see something like this again, right? Looking for this area, and after that continuation here, right? As long as the market is in sideways, well, this is the way how I will trade this thing. Okay, now let's continue with more. Let's continue with AMD. I posted my technical analysis on my Patreon. You want to know the details about my positions and my long-term targets, but in general, the thing I can tell you right now, in the monthly, we will see a potential buy signal here. I am very bullish here, looking for 200 around there. Now let's continue with more. I'm gonna continue with Google. I think Google, yeah, same thing. As you can see here, is bouncing here without momentum. Be careful here because there is no momentum here. Just sideways, looking for sideways. I think next month we will see a major drop or correction for all the markets. Yeah, next month, something like this. Let me show you here. The price could be around here, and after that we will see a potential sell signal here, and well, another drop here. I think next month is going to be interesting. I think we will see a correction for all the markets, especially also stock market and also Bitcoin. Now remember, Bitcoin in general, I think Bitcoin is printing a massive bull trap in weekly chart, and makes sense. Actually, makes sense because now, I mean, how can I say this? Like 2 years since 2022 is just we have a healthy bull market. Technically speaking, it's an uptrend here, but my concern right now here is we have this signal same as 2021, and not just only that, we have here the monthly with sell signal here, and historically speaking, every time when we have these kind of signals is where actually the market is getting ready for a 75% pullback or crash. It depends, right? How you wanna call it. In my case, it's just a pullback because Bitcoin doesn't know what is actually a bear market. Let me explain why. Because I explained this many times before, but all the things when you watch a video on YouTube, crypto YouTubers on X, they call it the next bear market, right? Even myself, right? Because it's like a clickbait. But the thing here is like Bitcoin in reality has never been a bear market. Bitcoin doesn't know what is actually a bear market. And the reason is because all the pullbacks we saw in the past, the crashes, right, since 2013, all of them, they were just major correction in weekly chart, where the target was the MA55, exponential moving average MA55. Okay, so that's why, as you can see here, Bitcoin is since 2015, 14 is just an uptrend. Yeah, almost technically 10 years in uptrend. So Bitcoin doesn't know what is actually a bear market. Now, when we could see a bear market, I think we are very close to see the first real bear market for Bitcoin. The reasons are, well, I think if you are not new here, is because every time when Bitcoin is pumping, first of all, is pumping 5 times less. Okay. The number here, the distance from here to here, from here to here, from here to here, the average number is 5x, 5x less. Sorry, my this is very bad, right? Let me fix it. Let me do it properly here. Here is 5x. Is pumping 5 times less. Okay, that's my point. Okay. Every time when you see in average Bitcoin pumping here in every bull market, the average number is 5 times less than the previous one. So here it was around 2000%. Here around 2000. 2.5, something like that. And here is 550, 500. You see, it's an average, it's not exact. My point is like Bitcoin is losing momentum over the years. And as you can see here in momentum here, this is indicators for momentum. Every time when Bitcoin is pumping less and less and less and less because the momentum is weaker. So in some point we will see finally the next, if this pattern actually keeps repeating, when we see the next pullback, the next bull market is gonna be only 250%. I know that is something scary for you, right? Because you want to see Bitcoin at 1 million. I know. And well, also we have the second warning. In 2022, we got this warning. This warning is actually extremely important. The first time since 2015, well, actually never, it's the first time, we were trading Bitcoin below the MA55, and not just only one candle. We were trading Bitcoin below here around 6 months. So what I'm trying to say is very simple. In the long term, our best friend, right? Our best friend, the MA55, is getting, this is our best friend, right? So in some point this guy is not gonna be your friend anymore. So in some point Bitcoin, well, if it keeps following this pattern, we could see finally a major break, the MA55, and well, from there Bitcoin to zero. Okay, I am not telling you something. So I am telling you this because I don't want to scare you, But the problem here is like in social media, you will not find this kind of technical analysis, right? This is my job. I have been doing this for more than 10 years. So, well, I have 2 jobs, right? So software engineering and also trading. But the thing here is like, as a trader, I have to see the facts, right? As investor, I know, okay, I can make money. Yes, I can make some profits, but I cannot be blind, right? Because you get married with Bitcoin or Cardano or Solana thinking you will be a millionaire. Yeah, it makes sense. It could be possible, but maybe you bought it because you were lucky, but you lost everything because you didn't know how to exit. And that's the biggest problem. Many people bought, maybe for example here in 2019 at maybe $3,000, and they sold maybe here in the corona crash, because the narrative was, oh my god, the pandemic, everything is gonna crash, right? Bitcoin to zero. And after that, Bitcoin bounced so hard, right? And here, oh my god, Bitcoin will hit $1 million. Let's buy here because somehow I feel 60K is super cheap. And from here to the moon, right? And after that, what happened? Bitcoin crash. And here again, right? Again, oh, China, whatever, right? I don't care the narrative, right? People, especially people, they like to follow trends. They like to follow media. They like to follow the stupid people, right? Well, we have to be happy because without them, we cannot make profits in the markets. We need them. We need people. Alessio, this trader, is the only guy actually around YouTube like I really respect. This guy is very good. He said something very, very important: smart money and dumb money, right? So we need dumb money, we need people actually to buy because they feel it, they have to buy, right? But people like you, like me, like we have a plan, we follow system, we have a system of trading, we have risk management. We don't do that, right? We are actually doing much better. So, but we need them. So now the thing here is the market crash here. Technically speaking, Bitcoin was below the MA55. For me, it's a major, major warning. So my question is, what is going to happen? What could happen if Bitcoin hits again the MA55, maybe in 2025, by the end of this year, or 2026? I don't know. The only thing I can tell you is, this one is a warning. So if we see Bitcoin testing the MA55, there is a probability for first time in the history of this chart, the MA55 could break to the downside. Okay, so that's why if I add everything together, we are losing momentum, right? MA55 is losing momentum as well because it's getting weaker. Bitcoin is pumping less and less and less, and well, I think in some point between 2027, 2008, 2028, I'm not sure. The only thing I'm telling you, the first real bear market is coming, and I think it's good. It's good because we will buy altcoins and Bitcoin in prices we never imagined. So, as investor, I am so happy. I'm very happy because it's a good opportunity to buy in the long term, of course. As a trader, I don't care. I don't care because as a trader, I can just go open longs or shorts. It doesn't matter the price. So you are here right now. Here is because, or you need to understand yourself. What kind of person you are? You are a gambler. You don't have a plan. You just buy and thinking in 20 years you will be a millionaire. Maybe you're just a gambler, right? You don't have a risk management. You don't have a plan B. Or maybe you're a trader. You want to make money tomorrow. Maybe you want to go to 1 5-minute chart. You are a scalper. Or maybe you 4-hour chart. Maybe you are short term, right? Or maybe 1-day chart, you're a swing trader. In my case, I am a swing trader. I am an also investor. So that's why the time frame I trade, the minimum time frame is 4-hour chart, and only I do that here on my Discord is 1-hour chart because most of the people, they are trading 1-hour chart. But in my normal life, I just trade 4-hour chart, 1-day chart, and weekly chart. That's all. It's the only thing I trade because I need to manage my stress. I don't want to lose my hair. Yep. And let me tell you something else. Someone asked me a few days ago, hey, what about scalping? Scalping for me, honestly, is a scam. Okay, for me, I never meet in my life, after a long time, a professional scalper like is actually good in the long term. You can make money in the short term, but in the long term, no, because it's super stressful. super stressful. So I strongly suggest swing trading is the best thing, and also investing is even better. Yep, but the problem here is like you need to manage your stress, and you need to be more realistic with your expectations, and that's the problem with many people, right? That's the problem. That's why most of them, they lose in the long term, or because they buy and they make money. For example, I know some people in my group in the stock market, right? They bought Nvidia. And they bought Nvidia here. I remember maybe around here, around 90, 95, or even less. But now they don't know what to do, because they just buy. I'm gonna keep it for maybe 10 years. Well, what is telling you actually this thing is gonna keep up for 10 years? Historically speaking, it's looking very good. Yeah, it's very good since 2014, almost 10 years. The problem here for Nvidia is it's not the stock market, it's not the asset. You need to make a plan. In this case, for example, if you follow my seasonal trading, the next entry for Nvidia is not gonna be this year. It's gonna be potentially next year in 2026, 2027, potentially around here. And if you follow my seasonal trading, but if you follow my seasonal trading, your chances to actually make some profits is actually higher. Why? Because my seasonal trading is not a silver bullet, of course not, but the win rate is quite high. So between 65%, 75%, it depends on the time frame, but it's actually well tested. And you can see my live streams. I've been doing this for a long time now, 4 years. Next month is gonna be 4 years. I'm very happy about it. But over the time, I proved to you like this system is working. It's very technical, yes, I know, but it's because I removed all the noise, like news, for example. I don't follow YouTubers, I don't follow trends, I don't follow anything. So that's why I have to build this system to remove all the noise. So what I'm trying to say here right now is, you want to enter to the markets right now, you want to invest, the time is coming. Yeah. And I will keep doing my live streams and posting my articles at least one time per week. But please try to be patient. Try to be patient, because I got many requests last week about many altcoins on the stock market. People are very bullish right now. Well, in my case, I am actually exposing myself, but against the market. I am shorting Bitcoin right now. Yeah. Not just only short term, in the long term as well. Okay, I think that's all, guys. That's all for today. Okay, let me see one more. Okay, Simon, thank you for joining. NXT. Okay, let me check NXT. NXT. Okay. NXT. Okay, it's this one. Okay, so in weekly chart, right? You asked me to do that. Okay, so no, this is to the downside, my friend. In weekly chart, remember, bounce to keep falling. Every time when you see the MA55 testing here, of course there is no volume here. The momentum is not very good. I think next month you will see a pullback here. Okay. Next one. Intel. Okay. Intel weekly chart. Okay, this is very interesting. Let me see first. Let me see the monthly first. Interesting. I like it. Thank you for sharing. This is like this. Thank you. Looking for in the long term, of course, for 40, 43, 44. We will see a buy signal very soon, maybe next month. A potential bounce here, 35, 40. Let me see weekly chart. Weekly chart will see a buy signal very soon. So anyway, around here, this area, of course, I am not a financial advisor, right? But this is the area. This is the chart actually I like to actually as investor, right? Because the stock market is super slow, right? I don't like it. We have to wait months just to see 20% profits. So, but as you can see here, around this area, this is the area I am looking for. Of course, I am very realistic with my expectations, because this is in sideways, right? The first target should be around 40. The maximum target should be around 60. But honestly, I will be more than happy if here we can make around 100% profits. Not bad. Not bad, actually. Not bad. Thank you. I will consider to add this Intel to my portfolio, because actually I am invested in the stock market as well. Oh, okay. Next one. Okay, let me see. Okay, okay, this one. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so let's talk about this one in weekly chart. Weekly chart, we will see a sell signal very soon. Very soon, maybe next month. So of course we could see sideways here, but I'm looking for another test to the MA55, this white line, as you can see here, around here, looking for 320 around there. Of course, next month, not this month. Let me see one day chart. Yeah, we will see. Yeah, this is weak. This is getting weak, even with the buy signal here. There is no volume here. Looking for 320, 315. Let me see the monthly chart. Monthly here. Monthly sell signal here. No, thank you. This is not for me. I don't care. It's looking good here. No, thank you. No, thank you. Looking for actually a pullback in the long term. Looking for maybe 160, 170 around there. Maybe from there a bounce, but that's all. Okay, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching this live stream. I am here one time per week, also on Discord, and also I am sharing my positions on my Patreon if you want to support my channel. Next month is actually huge, because it's gonna be 4 years running this channel. It's still small, but I actually am very comfortable with the size of my channel, because I prefer quality than quantity, right? Thank you, guys. Thank you for your support all this time. Okay, thank you. Take care.